Good evening, everybody. Thank you for this opportunity. I wanted to speak spontaneously, but I'm very emotional. And I was a student of Nikos in Switzerland in 2006, and I taught with him in the Politecnico School of Milan for 6 years. And Nikos for me was a putative father. As he used to say, for him was Luigi's Nozzi. I learned from Nikos more than others, and he let me understand that first architecture is an attitude, is a way of watching the world and be on it. He always said the most important ingredient to do a good architecture is love. I believe it, and I try daily to follow him and his teaching. Being radical is a way to express what we believe. And Nikos expressed a pure, gently radicality. And I will thank him forever.
Good evening, everyone, and I want to thank very much Katerina Vasiliakou, EK Magazine, and all the organizers of this event. I met Nikos in Paris in 2008. He was a guest critic in Michel Kagan Design Studio in Belleville School of Architecture, where I was studying at the time, and then I had the chance to attend that wonderful workshop Nikos organized in Athens and ended in Paros in the house by Galfetti in the sunset. A few years later, while I was finishing my PhD in Milano, we met again, and I had the chance, I was very lucky, to start teaching with him as a tutor in 2013. It is really an honor to be here today for this homage to Nikos and the presentation that we prepared with Lorenzo. We'll go through 10 key principles of his architectural design teaching philosophy. So the first one is that within architectural design education, it is essential to design in the city in which one is situated. So while teaching in Milan, Nikos always chose sites that were situated in the city of Milan. This was like a programmatic point for him, because he always repeated that it was necessary for a student to return to the project site several times to check, to check the progress of the design at the different stages. So architectural design, he used to write in the syllabus, is the tool that allows us, through the construction of the dialogue, to better understand the landscape, both built and natural. For sure, at the same time, he always encouraged students and all of us to travel, to explore good architecture. And here we are with Aurelio Galfetti in Bellinzona, in Castelgrande. The second is that architectural design is a provocation of the site. In Nikos' design studio, it never started with a program. He didn't give a program to the students. He always said that it's the architect that have to define the city needs in that precise spot. So from the understanding of the site, of the context, students gave their own interpretation and with their own sensitivity could develop very different projects. Freehand sketching is an essential design tool. Nikos was always encouraging students to express their ideas through their hands, through the sketches, through the models. And this is the first day, is a photo that we took the first day of the first studio that Nikos was teaching in Milano. And it was a bit different from all the other studios that we were attending as tutor and students, because the very first day he took all the students to visit the site. The starting lecture was very brief, and then we all moved to the site. And once back in the teaching room, he asked each student to sketch the very first impression, the very first ideas with very spontaneity. No model, no tutorial. So models were really an essential tool for discussing, for presenting, for thinking the projects for the students. He was always encouraging students to represent their ideas, their architecture in a wider, in a broader model, and this model was built all together by all the students. That was another new thing for Milanese students. And this was a very nice moment each year, this cooperative moment in the life of the class. But for sure, it was also really a tool for express, for design, and in all the seminars, in all the final critiques, the room was fulfilled with the study model, the presentation model, common model, and it was really a pleasure to see all the evolution of students' work in this way. Learning from peers. For Nikos, teaching in teaching architecture, for Nikos it was very important to be possible to compare the project of the different students, especially for the students themselves. And for this to happen, Nikos always asked some deliverables to be common to all the groups. So first, for sure, the big model had the possibility to insert the project. So there was always this model that was inserted in the common ones, so all the students could easily compare their solution to other student solutions. And another thing is that all the panels you can see in the background of the right photo had a common layout, so that again, through seeing all the panels hanging in the room, it was possible to see how the different students were dealing with the same problem and the same topic in different ways.
Okay. And continue. Every tutorial session is a learning opportunity. Nikos believed that learning from other students was very important, from successful solution and from error. And the group, the energy, the idea of develop something in one solution but with more option, it was a very successful way of learning. And he believed not in a frontal teaching, but in more involving way of learning and teaching as a process. And getting to know each other. The warm-up exercise is the first exercise that we used to do in the school. He loved to introduce his course and his way of teaching. With a little exercise based on the topic of the course, the structure, the space, the people, and the city. And also colors matter. He was obsessed by color, and we used the white for the models of the city, and we emphasized the project with the color of red, and to put the city, the project of the students, and for the drawings, Nikos preferred the grayscale, and to have the common vision of a city, and to have all clear and to be read like in one instant all of the intention of the project. And three things are essential of the architecture student's desk: the sketch paper, the maquette, and the architecture books. The sketch to be fast in changing and to control the process. The study model was very important to visualize in 3D, in a real 3D, the intention. And he wanted to have in the desk of the students the books, because he said it was very important to read, to copy, and to reinterpret at the greatest. And then the teaching space plays a crucial role in learning, because he wanted to be at the same room to teach about space, and for that the space was important, to have a class as a software but also as a hardware. So he moved table, chairs, and give the forms to the class constantly different, and at the end of the day it was a mess, but a very nice mess. And for Nikos, each sketches, each model, each moment in the class was a moment to tell a story, to remind a building, to comment and connect the reality to the project. Nico was not only a professor, he was a master. He is a master. Thank you, Nikos. Thank you.